Is that recording? Okay, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel. Got kind of a fun one today. I am going to be working on building a camping setup for my pickup truck. I got a 2020 Chevrolet Custom Trail Boss that has the small bed, 5'9" or 5'10", something like that. Let me show you here. So that's what we're going to be working with. I want to build a sleeping platform and a little bit of a desk to maybe put a stove or something on. I don't know. It's my first time doing this, but first I want to cover the bed with plywood just to have a good base for what I'm going to be building. So first I need to sweep out the truck and get it all clean. All right, that's good enough to get started. I'll go ahead and vacuum it out before I lay anything down. But what we're going to be working on right now, this is going to be in two pieces. So I'm going to work on this part right now. It's about 70 inches by 21 or so. I'm not going to bother filling all this in. I can use that for storage. I'm just going to go straight to the wheel well, around the wheel well, into the back. And the idea is the bed's going to sit on top of the wheel well, the platform at least, so it'll hold some of my weight, along with a leg or two. I also probably shouldn't be wearing flip-flops. Thanks, helper. All right, now that we got the piece ripped, we're going to cross cut it to 58 3/4, and that'll get us to hopefully fit the first part into the bed. So for that, I'm going to have my assistant help me again to stabilize. I first need to measure it, so we're going to go 58. Whoop. That's what I'm going to have an assistant helping me up to about almost the end. Look right there. Yep. The cool thing about this build is, and you'll see it later, is I'm going to have some leg room next to my bed space, and when I want to sleep I can put some platforms up and have like go from like a full size, or excuse me, a twin size to like a full, or have one of my kids join me. So I'm just going to use the my tape as a straight edge. Now we'll see how bad I am at cutting. Also, disclaimer, while we're doing this, I want to make it very clear that I'm not a carpenter at all. I'm just a hobbyist who's learning as I go. There's a chance I might have to cut some off at the end, but I was kind of planning for that. Or not. That's about what I wanted, folks. Clearing the tailgate there and hitting the wheel well. Because obviously you don't want to go too high up. I like to point out the wonderful job that the people at the hardware store, which I won't name, starts with home, ends with depot, did on picking the warpiest wood they could find. But it's okay, I'm hoping that once I get everything screwed down, that it'll all balance out and the world will be as one. The next cut that we're going to work on is the spot right between the wheel well over there. I'm not concerned about back there in those corners, like wrapping the wood around, because I can use those for storage. The rails for the bed are going to go in between or right there and right there. They're not going to go over here, and it's going to rest over the wheel well. So it's not that I'm being lazy, but I think I'm being lazy. So now we're going to again use the circular saw. Luckily one of the dimensions is already 4 feet, and that's the width of the plywood, so I just need to cut it to 50 inches for the other one. Donde estás my other glove? Oh, it's here, I found it. I found it. First thing first, we're gonna measure out 50 inches. Okay, Caleb is fired from being my cameraman. All right, so I got the line measured out here at 50 inches. This one's gonna be a bit more difficulter. So my helpers are holding down one side because it's a little bit too long. And I'll have to come at it from both angles, but here we go. Now we will see how it fits. That was kind of sketchy. That is a pretty good fit, I do say so myself. I'm getting some 12-volt sockets installed soon. And I think he said driver's side up front there. So that's like a perfect spot. The last cut I want to try to make tonight, and then I might go play some Fortnite with the kid. I want to make like a headboard thingy here that's going to be support when I screw it all in, and maybe I can like hang stuff or we'll figure it out. The only problem is, look how wing jangled this truck is. That side's fine, normal, up and down. That side over there is curved a little bit. Now it's okay to be curved a little bit, okay? But it makes my job a little harder. So, I do have an extra piece from my previous cut right over Chama that I can probably use. All right guys, we're now gonna cut the 3 main supports, 2 for the bed, 1 for the shelf. Measurements of 8.5 inches wide, because that's the top of my wheel well, by 69.25 long to the end of my bed. So I've set up my table saw here for 8.5. We're gonna rip a couple lengths here. I'm gonna use 3/4 inch wide for the bed support, just because I'm a bigger dude. Yeah, we'll see how that goes, but here we go. The good thing this one's heavier than the other ones. All right, well, I had a little malfunction with my table saw. It's an old Craftsman, but I think it might be a dull blade. It popped a breaker in my garage, so I'm gonna look at that later. I'm gonna use my DeWalt circular saw to see if I can cut the rest of these up, but they are more crooked than a politician. I tell you what, look at that. So I hope they even work. Thanks, Home Depot. I might have just screwed myself, hopefully not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be okay. The rest of this is gonna be used for getting in my eyes and being my bed platform. I did it because that board is big and awkward, and so am I. Oh, my back! You're gonna have to get out of the way, cutie patootie pie. So here's the plan. This 1/2 inch piece is gonna go along there, and then these heavier ones are gonna be the same thing on the other side. And that's gonna be my bed platform with a small drawer underneath. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by screwing on the first piece of wood. I'm using 1 1/4 inch wood screws. The verdict is out, and we're gonna have to pre-drill. We're gonna split that one, for Pete's sake. Oh yeah, way better. See, I told you you're supposed to do that. I'm getting a camping shell. It's a Lear 180R, I believe, and it's gonna be like a mid-rise. It's gonna be about 4 inches above the top of my Chevy, my Silverado. And I'm doing a lot more camping content for you guys. All right guys, what we're doing now is I propped it up here and I have my helper holding it on the other side, and we're just gonna screw down the back. What I need to do is try to find a straight edge and or my level to draw my line, because I have no idea where the board is. So I'm gonna look for that now. So what I did is, since the board is so warped, I had my level on there and I just kind of knocked it on the bottom until it was in place. I have a couple of screws already here. Probably should have given myself more room. All right guys, well, we got it in. Check it out. I'll go up and show you how it's gonna look, or how it's gonna work. I'm gonna have this right here be my bed platform. It's gonna go over the wheel well and to here, about 32 inches wide. That should be okay for me to sleep in a fetal position on my side. And then this here is gonna be plenty of leg room, but I'm also gonna make our little rail here that will hold more pieces that I can put up for a bigger bed. But then I'm also gonna make a drawer here that pulls out. The next step is to cut the top platform for my bed. I measured from the middle section to the wheel well, but it's 32 inches wide. All right, well, that's a good fit there. That'll be my sleeping platform. Obviously it goes over a little bit onto the wheel well. Hoping I measured that right, we'll find out later. So I need to go, that's 8 inches total for the box. We have to remember the plywood is a 1/2 inch, so I have to take that into account. Just under 8 now, which should clear. The bed platform. Now we need the 2 runners. I can probably get out of this guy. Okay, so we've got all the pieces cut out for the drawer. So same thing as before. We're gonna pre-drill some holes. We have built a box, or rather a drawer. Now I don't have the platform on yet, but I just want to see if she fits. Like a glove. That's cool. With that, I'm going to stop the video here for part 1. It's raining right now and I don't have my new shell on my truck yet, so make sure to like and subscribe for part 2. It's when we'll finish this up. We'll drill and screw in the platform. We'll drill and screw on some runners here for some more platform, for more sleeping area or storage when I'm away. And then maybe put a puller on the drawer. But we're really close. Next video will be finishing up inside the truck and then just giving a full tour. But thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. See you later.